Ten Hag has been labeled as a magician. He has been labeled as a miracle to Manchester United. Lots of words have been really labeled to Ten Hag, but they've not been words of discomfort. They've been words of praise to the manager of Manchester United known as Erik ten Hag. And this time around, Sabitzer, a player who has been here for how many months? January, let's count February because he came on the 31st of January. Let's count February and March. 2 months at Manchester United. He has gone ahead and revealed Ten Hag's magic and why United has transformed into a team that it has not been 10 years ago, ever since Alex Ferguson left the club of Manchester United in 2013 as we last won the Premier League trophy. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this day of Thursday, we are having lots of stories coming in from Ineos. They are trying to really get in Paul Michi. You know, that sporting director has worked at Tottenham Hotspur, Southampton. He has worked for the Red Bull group and working for Monaco. Looks like his job's come to an end. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to recruit him as the new sporting director of Manchester United, if at all he wins the battle to take over Manchester United. And then United has been fined by the FA for what the players did surrounding the referee in the game of Fulham. So, do the needful and subscribe to this channel. After subscribing, hit the notification bell. That will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful channel, United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name. Sabitzer is at his nation, and you know they are playing the qualifiers, that is Austria. And he's there under Rangnick, and he has been asked lots of questions. I think he's one of the known players right now that is playing for a big club like Manchester United, and he looks like he's the captain for the national team of Austria. And he was asked the following questions about Erik ten Hag, and he told us that the manager, Erik ten Hag, does a lot of work. He's a hard worker, very structured, and is helping us a lot with his game plans with training. So Ten Hag's first attribute is that you need to work hard, and he wants his team to work hard, and there are some specific structures that he wants his players to be playing in, and he helps them in training. And I know that he's a hands-on coach. For that, we know that very well, that he is a hands-on coach. He played the game, that's it. He's experienced in coaching. He has transformed very many players at Ajax, Bayern Munich, FC20, and here he is right now at Old Trafford, Carrington, doing the same thing. And when I hear that he trains them, obviously it's something great, because these are words you lessly heard when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the manager of Manchester United. Why? He was only a manager, he was not a coach. So when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was wanting to be a manager, he really looked at Sir Alex Ferguson. He never went in to being a hands-on coach. That's why he had what is his name? He's coaching Ipswich. I've forgotten his name. That was the coach. And imagine coming in at Manchester United and having a coach who cannot even get a job in the top tier or 5 top tier leagues of Europe. So it shows you how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side was really weak, and he never had a coach with him. But obviously, he was just a manager. That's why players never transformed under his era, or never improved. But under Erik ten Hag, you've seen Dalot improve, you've seen Luke Shaw improve, you've seen Scott McTominay improve, Bruno improving, Sancho, Pelestri, Garnacho, Alejandro, Anton Martial, Rashford, almost the entire squad. And the biggest shock that really hit us hard all was Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because most of us had given up on Aaron Wan-Bissaka and said that, all right, Bissaka should leave. But this man trains the players, as Sabitzer has told us, and that's part of his magic. Then the second art of his magic, as revealed by Sabitzer, is he's a very good coach, tactical, and as a guy too, we are enjoying the fact that he's a manager and are looking forward to working together and bringing trophies to Manchester United. So Ten Hag is a very good coach, as I've told you. He's not only a manager, he's a coach too. He's tactical. We've seen that in very many games. We remember that game of Fulham when it ended, when Erik ten Hag just let just took off Rashford and left on Weghorst to lead the line, and Garnacho was playing wide left. So after the game, you saw McLaren talking to Erik ten Hag, telling him that you are right to make that substitution. Look at the game of Fulham that we overturned and won it by 3-1. The entire 60 minutes or 65 were played in the hands of Fulham, and we surrendered the possession. Sorry, we never surrendered the possession, but we surrendered the control of the game to Fulham, because you can be having the lion's share of the possession when you're not controlling the game. Controlling the game means that you shouldn't allow your opponent to come into your area and really threaten you, but Fulham was doing it every time they wanted. So they are in control of the game, but he made one tactical switch. He took off Scott McTominay, brought on Anthony, then Sabitzer and Bruno Fernandes played in the double pivot, and that really led to the sending off of players like Willian, Mitrovic, because United had opened up its attacking structure to see to it that they hurt the side of Fulham. So he's talking about him being tactical. Indeed, Erik ten Hag is tactical. In very many games we've seen him being tactical, and his tactical geniusness has seen us collect close to 50. How many points do we have? We are having 52 points, 52, 53. Let me check here on the Premier League table. We are having 50 points in 26 games. Remember, last season we had only 58 points, 58, and this time round we are having 50, and we are left with 11 games to go. Those are 33 points, meaning that Erik ten Hag might hit 80 points or 70 points plus as a manager of Manchester United. And he's talking about them enjoying working together and bringing trophies to the club of Manchester United. You know, he's a winner. He won at Bayern Munich. That is Sabitzer, and he knows what it means to win game in, game out, and that's why he's calling in for players to go ahead and really win more and more and more, because it's only wins that define a player's career. You must get things that are really tangible to define your career. But if at all you don't really show us something feasible at the end of the season or tangible, then you won't be into that ilk of talented players. So according to me, I believe Sabitzer is really right about Erik ten Hag, because ten Hag is a hands-on coach. Now, yesterday we got a story coming in from Fabrizio Romano that Paul Mitchell is going to call it quits from a side known as Monaco, where has been the sporting director. And Fabrizio told us that AS Monaco director Paul Mitchell is now set to leave the club. He said, "I have completed my mission. I'm gonna leave Monaco," he told Nice Martin. Then Premier League clubs have already had contacts and approaches from Mitchell to try new Premier League experience, including Liverpool. So, however much he's talking about Liverpool, and we've talked about Paul Mitchell a lot, coming to Manchester United. Even when Ralf Rangnick was here, Paul Mitchell was seen with Ralf Rangnick at a certain game when the youth team of United was playing, and we are all excited about Paul Mitchell. But it looks like his destiny is coming to the Premier League. But we've been told that however much Fabrizio Romano is telling us about Liverpool, looking at the football director who wants to come to the Premier League, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really interested in really bringing him at the Manchester United, and the Independent has gone ahead to break that story that Ineos already have an idea of what their plan would look like should they beat out fellow bidders. Michu could fulfill one of the roles. It is not clear in exactly what capacity he would move to Old Trafford. So it looks like Ineos of Sir Jim Ratcliffe are really looking at this man known as Paul Michu, sporting director. He has scouted very many players at a young age, and he is really one of those people that you know that is really great. And when you see him with Ralf Rangnick, who had scouted Julian Alves, Enzo Fernandez, Michele, Marcel Sabitzer, this other guy that plays at Leipzig, the midfielder, I've forgotten his name. But he has scouted very many players, and those players have gone ahead to get good teams. Look at Akanji. It shows you that they are in the same level or galaxy of scouting. They have the same eye on really catching out on the best players in the world right now. As it stands, Paul Mitchell is one of those that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is looking at to bring in at Manchester United, and that should be really exciting the fans of United. And to me, I've gotten a feeling that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is one of those people that watches these fan channels, because these are things we've been talking about at Manchester United, that the hierarchy of Manchester United is really having a lot of rotten heads at the top. Yes, I don't believe in this guy Mata, because he has never done anything perfect at Manchester United. They delay making deals, negotiations are really slow, they are sluggish, and it looks like they need a lot of effort to get these things done. There are clubs like Liverpool who really get these things done, and I think this is one of the things that the fans are really going to like about Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and that's why divisions are going to increase. There's going to be a very huge, however much there is a gulf between Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, but when you look at the things that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really hinting on, they are really things that the team really loves. And there is something talked about recently that we've been so much advocating for here at the club of Manchester United. And what was it all about? I've forgotten it, but I really did it. And I think I really have to go back in those videos and really get it back to my head. But he's so much reading the minds of the fans of United. But I think even Sheikh Jassim Al Thani knows that. But the most important things are the stadium, training ground, clearing off the date, funding in the team of men and women, plus the academy being boosted by giving or injecting in lots of money into that area. So to me, I believe he has an idea of how to run a football club, and if at all he can get us Michu, is really something great. But money is the most important bit, because he has gone ahead to submit his bid, but he's not going to get that money from his pocket. He's willing to get loans, you get, and bonds from the American bank to really facilitate this move of getting United in his hands. Something that I don't allow as a United fan, because we've been in debts, and I don't want to see ourselves getting back in debts. That's what I really hate. We've been in debts, and I don't want to see United getting back in these debts. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really willing to put in Paul Michu. Paul Michu is a very, very good person, and if at all you get him at the club of Manchester United and you're having Eric Ten Hag, it will work well out like a glove. But he's not the only one who has done it at the elite level. There are very many other people that maybe Sir Jim Ratcliffe have been really looking for, and they are really targeting to bring in at Manchester United, because that hierarchy needs to be changed. Now, Manchester United has been charged by the FA, and obviously the statement has been issued that United are charged after the players circled the referee in the 71st minute during the FA Cup tie against Fulham. The club has until 27th to respond. And this really shows you how the FA really is judging teams for the sake of really making news. You know, I didn't see any player coming out and really going at the referee, but surrounding him and telling him that's supposed to be a penalty, that Willian has gone ahead to get hold of that ball. It's normal, and that call had not been even made by the VAR, but obviously there was a clear handball, but VAR had not intervened immediately. You get? They had seen it, and they had kept quiet. It's the pressure that the players pile onto the referee that forces the VAR to go on and really review it again and again and again, and then things are really made to happen, because these players have seen VAR and the referees bottle their games at Old Trafford, and that chance that was golden that we got couldn't be let to go. I think we are going to go ahead and really pay that money, because I've seen the list of teams that have been fined by the Premier League. Arsenal is topmost, United is second, so another fine has coming through, but I think it has coming through at an expense of us going through to the next round of the FA Cup, and we beat Fulham by 3-1. We are playing Brighton in the semi-final, 22nd of April at Wembley. That's how things are really going to go ahead and really happen that side. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me your thoughts about Sabitzer revealing Ten Hag's magic, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe wanting to get Paul Michu as the sporting director of Manchester United, or the football director heading all the footballing projects at the club of Manchester United. Is this going to change your stance onto Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani of Qataris? All that and more into the comment section below. And you think the FA is really right to charge the players of United for circling the referee after that incident that happened in the 71st minute of Willian getting hold of that ball? May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. You're signing out for now. See you later.